Hello, this is my QR code class exercise video. Here I have a mechano-humanoid that I have modified. I've taken out their control system that comes with it and installed my Raspberry Pi and camera system. And I have integrated a Arduino Uno to be able to connect to servos in the arm as well as two motors in the feet. I have a battery as well as my motor controller and a buck converter to supply power to the servos and Raspberry Pi. For this demonstration, I have programmed the camera to detect QR codes, and if specific QR codes have been detected, uh, the Meccano will respond in certain ways, such as if I show a QR code that says go, the robot will start driving forward. If I show it a QR code that says stop, it will stop. And then if I show it a QR code that says wave, this arm will wave. Here I have the different QR codes that I'm going to show to Meccano to issue different commands to the robot. So I have the Go QR code, which will make the motor start driving and the robot start driving forward. I have the Stop QR code, which will make all the motors stop. And finally, I have the Wave QR code, which will make the arm start waving at us. So let's go ahead and start showing it the QR codes. So here I'm going to show it the Go QR code, which will make it start driving. I'll show it the Stop QR code, which will make it come to a stop. And finally, I'll show it the Wave QR code, which will make the arm start waving. Is running on the Raspberry Pi that's on the robot. We're using the CV2 QR code detector class to scan for QR codes in the image. Most of this code is just to drive the robot, but we can come down here to the main class and take a look at some core functionality of the QR code scanner. So the first thing we do is we capture a frame from the camera, and this will return a flag if a frame was captured and that frame. So the first thing that we are going to do is pass that image into this detect and decode function on the detector class, which will return the data that's in the QR code as well as the bounding box. These variables will be none if no QR code was detected in the image. Then we are going to draw lines around the QR code and then put the data that's contained in the QR code next to that bounding box. Here we're going to issue different commands based on what was stored in that data. So you can see here we have the go command, the stop, and wave command. If the go or stop command is issued, it sends commands to the motor, which go to the Arduino. And if the wave command is issued, this replay flag is set to true, and this detect is set to false. So this will stop any detection for QR codes just to make the replay of that motion more fluid instead of waiting between each servo position to detect to see if there's QR codes. So you'll notice in that previous clip that once the wave QR code was detected, it no longer drew the bounding box around it because this detect was set to false. And then so if that replay is set to true, then it's going to command from a file that is saved on the Raspberry Pi that stores the servo position for the arm at different points in time. And then finally, we're going to display that image that we took with the QR code bounded and the data displayed next to it.